working properly, or the PC is heating to the point your cooling system can't handle it anymore. Every PC has multiple components with moving parts that generate heat while working. CPU and GPU are the most heat-generating components. The harder these components work, the more heat is generated. If this happens, what is the solution? Number 1. Check if the fan is working or not. If the fan of your PC isn't working fine, or for some reason it can't ventilate air, the result will be an overheated PC. Number 2. Avoid blocking the vents. You should never place your PC on your bed, blanket, or any other soft surface while working. Such soft and uneven surfaces block the airflow from the vents, resultantly warming up the PC. Instead, always place your PC on a hard surface, preferably a wooden table or laptop tray, so that the ventilation area never gets blocked. Number 3. Clean up the PC. If you haven't cleaned your PC in a while, then death is most probably the curse of the heating PC. It is easy to clean a desktop, but laptop users may prefer to take it to a repair shop and get it serviced.
This is NIDA Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
Up next is Innovation Hub.
Abike, co-founder for Intellisense. Intellisense is an automated fuel inventory management system that leverages on RFID technology to eradicate financial leakages due to theft and unauthorized fuel dispensing. Sometime August 2019, one of our clients reached out to us, showing the problem of not maximizing returns from his business venture in the fuel retail sector due to theft, human errors, and discrepancies in reports of volumes stored, volumes dispensed, and the value generated. So we thought that RFID will be the solution to this. Intellisense has benefited immensely from NIDA, and we are super grateful to NIDA for the opportunity they gave us to showcase our solution on a global front, that is at Gitex Dubai in October 2021, where we were able to meet with prospective investors and partners who we are in much talk with currently, and we are very much optimistic of some business relationship with them.
This is NIDA Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
The key standpoints of the Nigeria Cloud Computing Policy (NCCP) are that Nigeria can achieve its Economic Recovery and Growth Plan (ERGP) more efficiently by deployment of computing and digital resources. Cloud computing has an enormous value, enabling efficiency, transparency, and security of public sector information and communication technology operations. To learn more on how you can benefit from activities, kindly log on to our website at www.nida.gov.ng or all our social media handles displayed right on your screen. Until we come here next time, special appreciations go to the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isali Pantami, the Director General of NIDA, Kashifu CCIE, and the time management staff of NIDA for this program. I am Gabriel Ono. Thank you for your time.
Experience unlimited super-fast internet access from Intel 4G.
Intel. Live more. The need to improve the quality and quantity of goods and services available for consumption in Nigeria is critical in increasing total wealth and improving our well-being.
The National Productivity Center has the mandate to impact productivity consciousness in all sectors of the Nigerian economy, as well as build skills and competences for the enhancement of national and international competitiveness.
Productivity is teamwork. Let us join hands together to make Nigeria.
To every politician, as the campaigns gain momentum and passions begin to rise, remember, the errors of your opponents do not make you a success. Do not run down your opponent and inflame passions to violence between and among your supporters. What counts is what you plan to do for the electorate and how you intend to relieve the sufferings and bring succor. Nigeria is in dire need of patriotic leaders at all levels, leaders who will make national development their priority. Concentrate on telling the electorate what you intend to do when you get into office. Focus on making your vision clear to the electorate. Don't engage in verbal abuses, fake news or speeches. Keep dealing with issues that will bring progress. You win the hearts and minds of the people by being above board, by being civil, patriotic, and showing empathy. Let's join hands to make the 2023 elections peaceful. A message from the National Orientation Agency.
Archbishop of basketball! Go! He hung on that net like a stork up a tree.
NTA Sports 24 brings you all sports, all time and all day. Tune in to watch NTA Sports 24 on Star Times Channel 270, Star Sat on Channel 434, Free TV on Channel 731. NTA Sports 24, where sport.
Nigeria expects the very best from you in terms of loyalty, commitment to duty, and service to our fatherland.
President Buhari tasked armed forces on strategy to wipe out terrorists undermining Nigeria's peace and stability.
God dismissed the action and said there was no need to go into the merits because first and foremost, the subject matter is an internal affair of the party.
And on Osun governorship election, court dismisses suit against Oyetola's eligibility to seek another mandate, just as INEC distributes election materials.
Convention recognizes that corruption is not a public sector phenomenon alone, but also a private sector disease.
Plus, calls to close safe haven for illicit financial flow re-echo at African Union Anti-Corruption Day. Thank you for joining us on NTA Network News. We're live in Abuja. I'm Ian Ray. John Adams joins us from Lagos. Welcome. It's good to know that you can follow this news broadcast live on our website, nta.ng/live, and all our social media platforms displayed on the screen for updates. And tonight, security is on the front burner as President Muhammadu Buhari has tasked the nation's armed forces to collaborate more effectively with those of the neighboring countries towards ensuring that terrorists and insurgents undermining security and stability are wiped out from the face of the earth. The President gave the directive at the graduation ceremony of the Senior Executive Course 44 of the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji, Kaduna State. He said, this is necessary so that Nigeria and the affected countries can be taken to their rightful destination of peace and stability. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo has the details.
247 participants found worthy in both character and learning graduated at the event after 48 weeks of rigorous training exercise from the Joint Services Institution established in 1976. Amongst them, 15 international military students and 11 from the nation's paramilitary organizations.
By the power vested in me, hereby confer on you one and all the symbol pass our course. Congratulations.
The special guest of honor, President Muhammadu Buhari, presented Order of Merit Awards to those who distinguished themselves from the Land, Maritime, and Air Warfare departments, with Major Sunday Olayinka Atomode emerging the overall best participant. President Buhari, who congratulated the graduating students, expressed the conviction that with a huge investment in their training, they have been sufficiently groomed to take up the challenges ahead as the nation continues to battle insecurity.
Nigeria expects the very best from you in terms of loyalty, commitment to duty, and service to our fatherland. Therefore, you must endeavor to make honest and positive contributions in the discharge of the constitutional responsibilities of the armed forces of Nigeria.
Most of the security challenges facing the world today, the President said, are both asymmetric and transborder in nature, involving mainly non-state actors. The West African sub-region and indeed the continent of Africa, he noted, are not immune to these threats.
We have witnessed recent terrorist attacks in Nigeria bearing the hallmark of national and transborder insurgents trying to cause havoc. Combating these prevalent security threats effectively demands that African countries continue to work together at all levels. It will be part of our duty to confront these terrorists and insurgents and wipe them off the face of the earth and bring peace to our countries.
The college has laid a solid professional foundation for you to make timely and informed decisions in addressing the numerous challenges that you are bound to meet as you make progress in your respective careers.
16,202 officers of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, 242 paramilitary and civilian staff, as well as 1,010 non-Nigerian officers from more than 30 countries have been trained by the college since inception in 1976. From Jaji, Kaduna State, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the proliferation of small and light weapons in Africa is said to be responsible for the increase in armed conflicts. National Security Advisor Major General Babagana Mogano stated this in a message at a strategic engagement with civil society on the control of illegal arms. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa reports.
More than 12 billion rounds of ammunition are manufactured annually, with 857 small and light weapons in circulation globally. 70% are said to be in Africa, and Nigeria is said to have the bulk of these illegal arms. These have amplified criminal activities in different parts of the country. And to halt the proliferation of the illicit weapons, the federal government in 2021 established the Center for Control of Small and Light Weapons in line with the ECOWAS and the United Nations Charter.
By this action, the President has further demonstrated Nigeria's commitment to the provisions of Article 24 of the ECOWAS Convention on Small Arms and Light Weapons, which requires each member state.
This strategic engagement with the civil society on the control of arms is aimed at soliciting support towards the implementation of government programs.
The Center therefore recognizes the force multiplier impact of the civil society, and it is against this backdrop that the Center is poised to up the ante in its engagement with the civil society organizations to further strengthen our national effort to rein in small arms proliferation through grassroots advocacy, public enlightenment, and all other forms of engagement that are within its organizational power.
To enhance its operations, the Center has created zonal offices across the country. In Abuja, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
Similarly, the Defense Headquarters has upscaled measures to further secure the Kuje Custodial Center and ensure the arrest of fleeing escapees. Director, Defense Media Operations, Brigadier General Bernard Onyeko, stated this at a news conference in Abuja. Major General Onyeko stressed that troops are on the trail of the escapees.
A lot is being done that have been going on, which some of you have even captured in your various media. Certainly there will be a general update to that in due course.
Information from the Kuje Correctional Center indicates that 443 escapees have been recaptured, including 2 high-profile Boko Haram members. An update of ongoing armed forces operations: 6 high-profile terrorists have recently surrendered.
Musa, it is pertinent to know that since the surrendering of these terrorists to our own troops, the high caliber commanders surrendered this time around is unprecedented.
The defense enjoined the public to support security agencies with proactive intelligence reports. And still on security, President Muhammadu Buhari's directive to NDDC forensic audit team has been carried out to its logical conclusion. This is as it handed over security vans to the security agencies that exposed abandoned and non-existent projects in the commission. Osinachi Abraham reports.
President Buhari in 2019 ordered a forensic audit of NDDC's operations, a mission the interim administrator Effiong Okwa inherited and pursued vigorously to the later.
This exercise has really helped NDDC. It has, number one, verified that these projects, people thought that these projects were not in existence. It brought out many things. Number one, the uncompleted projects were X-rayed. Some of them were X-rayed. Reasons for their non-completion were also seen, because most of them, the signposts had gone off, unknown to people, that some of all these projects were executed by the Niger Delta Development Commission.
The forensic audit has been done and dusted, but not without the handover of these security vans, in line with President Muhammadu Buhari's directive that the vehicles used during the audit should be donated to the security agencies.
We thank the President Muhammadu Buhari, over his support, because without his support and commitment towards the success of the exercise, we will not have achieved the results we have right now.
The Nigerian Navy, Army, Police, Civil Defense Corps, DSS, and all the stakeholders in the project benefited from the presidential gesture.
We are happy that the confidence reposed in us in carrying out this task, we didn't fail. And today we are beneficiaries of these vehicles, and we want to promise that we are going to use them successfully and effectively for our internal security operation.
It is expected that the vehicles will help boost security operations in the Niger Delta region. In Port Harcourt, Osun Abraham, NTA News.
And in Borno State, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Joe Kiari Gadzama, has visited his home state, Borno, where he showered praises on Governor Babagana Umar Zulum and other stakeholders for championing the post-insurgency recovery program and developmental strides in all aspects of human endeavor. Jadwa Jassini reports.
Joe Kiari Gadzama was accompanied on the visit to Governor Zulum by former Governor of Bauchi State, Mohammed Abubakar, Chief of Staff of Adamawa State, Professor Maxwell Gidado, and former Minister of Interior, Kabiru Tanimu Turaki, among other important dignitaries. Governor Babagana Umar Zulum, who acknowledged the immense contribution of Joe Kiari Gadzama to the development of legal profession across the country, described the conferment of traditional title by the Sheikh of Borno as timely and well-deserved.
I want the governor to give that I wish to commend my deep congratulations for you.
He further called on the Sun to continue to contribute positively to the growth and progress of Borno State and beyond in all ramifications, and assured him of the needed support to enable him succeed in his future endeavors. While paying homage on the Sheikh of Borno, J.K. Gadzama appreciated the Sheikh who had conferred on him the traditional title of Shatima Ilmuye of Borno and assured to continue to do more for his people. The Sheikh described J.K. Gadzama as most suitable for the title, considering his efforts in championing the cause of education and other developmental initiatives across the state over the years.
I appreciate it, and I believe that to whom much is given, much is expected. I want to believe that these titles are all invitations to continue to contribute to communal growth and peaceful coexistence among our people.
At both the government house and the Sheikh of Borno's palace, Joe Kiari Gadzama was full of appreciation to the governor, royal father, and the good people of Borno for the honor done him and prayed for the sustenance of peace. In Maiduguri, Jadwa Jessini, NTA News.
Now talking politics, Borno State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Kaka Shehu Lawan, has been elected as the All Progressives senatorial candidate for Borno Central in a party primary conducted to replace Senator Kashim Shettima, who is now vice presidential candidate of the APC. The primary election was conducted by the party's primary election committee. Muhammad Goni brings us details.
480 delegates who emerged from delegate conference conducted in 8 local government areas for the senatorial party primary cast their ballots, producing Kaka Shehu having scored 459 ballot votes cast.
Having satisfied all relevant electoral law, Barrister Kaka Shehu is our candidate, validly nominated to fly the flag of our great party, the APC, the 2023 election to represent Borno Central Senatorial District. The capacity of Kaka Shehu is limited, is temporary, above all, his personality and integrity were never in doubt. Kaka Shehu Esquire, the candidate of the All Progressives Congress into Borno Central Senatorial District, do hereby accept the election result just pronounced by the chairman and return me as elected.
Kaka Shehu, who was adopted unanimously by the Borno Central APC stakeholders to replace Kashim Shettima following the senator's nomination as running mate to the APC presidential candidate, had to go through the primary election as constitutional requirement of the party. In Maiduguri, Muhammad Goni, NTA News.
More stories in politics after this break. Please stay.
Energy for today, energy for tomorrow.
What are these people doing in our community?
We are from the National Population Commission. We are here to inform you and your people about the forthcoming trial census.
Why a trial census now when there will be a census in 2023?
Yes, it is true. There will be census in 2023. The trial census is to enable the National Population Commission to test all its equipment and other arrangements in preparation for the main census in 2023.
Where will this trial census be conducted?
The trial census will be conducted in selected local government areas, the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory.
When are we expecting your people in our community for this census?
The trial census, you mean?
Yes, trial census.
The trial census will be conducted from 11th July to 30th July 2022.
What do you want us to do for you and your people?
We are appealing to the people to cooperate with the enumerators and grant them access to building and housing unit in order to enumerate members of the household in your community. This message is brought to you by the National Population Commission.
There are certain moments in the day when I need my me time to just unwind and indulge. Cadbury 3-in-1 hot chocolate.
Now available in 30 grams and 450 grams.
Madam, how much lasts for this bag of rice?
Customer, I don't give you better price now.
Madam, do well, I go come out.
Oh yeah, come pay. How you want to take pay now? You want to take it go take pay for bag of rice? You be Mongo Park? See, make I tell you, times don't change.
My country people, before, our people they use different things as money trade by barter, calories. Today, we know money as Naira note, but because say the only thing when they constant na change, Central Bank of Nigeria don't introduce e-Naira. E-Naira, now the same thing as Naira. 1 e-Naira equal to 1 Naira. E-Naira go dey inside your phone. E-Naira no dey tear, e no dey heavy, e dey easy to transfer, and you fit use am buy and sell just like Naira note. To begin use e-Naira, ask your bank. This message now from the Bankers Committee.
The power, the performance, concentrated power, concentrated performance, the partnership of concentrated power. Salty, the official regional partner of Paris Saint-Germain.
Every morning is an opportunity to take your hustle to the next level. Every morning is one day closer to your ambition. So, make every morning count. Morning after morning. Start strong. Finish strong. Nescafe.
It's Dangote Bag of Goodies Season 3. Yeah. Spell Dangote and become a multi-millionaire. Category 1. Pick up the scratch card in bags of Dangote cement and win instantly. Category 2. Pick up the scratch cards in bags of Dangote cement to spell DANGOTE and qualify to win #1 million star prize. Category 3. Pick up the scratch cards in bags of Dangote cement to spell DANGOTE and qualify to win #5 million mega star prize. When you pick an alphabet with an eagle, one of the alphabets must carry the Dangote Eagle logo for you to win the mega star prize. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you an entrepreneur? Are you involved in farming, manufacturing, servicing, and other specialized value chain creation in non-oil export commodities? The Organization of Youths in International Trade and Commerce (OYITC) in partnership with NTA Television Enterprises Limited is organizing a Made in Nigeria trade show and exhibition in Texas, United States, tagged Houston 22. Houston 22 is designed to promote creativity and productivity of Nigerian youths and women entrepreneurs, enhance economic empowerment, and attract foreign direct investment into Nigeria. It is scheduled to hold from 25th to 30th of July 2022 at the prestigious Expo Event Center, Houston, Texas by 9 a.m. daily. For registration, advert placement, and sponsorship, please contact Nafisat on 0803-331-0992 and Chingwe on 0905 596 1514.
Chinedu on +1346 529 5236.
Chioma on +1281 965 7042. For further details, visit www.oiitc.com or www.ntatve.com.ng.
Thank you for staying. The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has dismissed a suit seeking the disqualification of the All Progressives Congress, APC, and Governor Gboyega Oyetola in the Osun State governorship election slated for Saturday. The presiding judge, Justice Inyang Eko, gave the order in a suit filed by a chieftain of the APC in Osun State. Dele Atumbi reports.
The plaintiff in the matter, who is a chieftain of the APC in Osun State, Moshood Olalekun Adeoti, participated in the party's governorship primary held on February 19, 2022 and lost to Governor Gboyega Oyetola. The plaintiff thereafter filed a suit seeking the governor's disqualification. In the originating summons, plaintiff prayed the court to nullify Governor Oyetola's candidacy on the grounds that the governor contested the primary as a member of the party's caretaker extraordinary and convention planning committee, an act that purportedly contravened the provision of section 222 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999. In a well-considered judgment of the court, Justice Inyang Eko dismissed the suit on 6 grounds: that the plaintiff, a chieftain of APC, Moshood Olalekun Adeoti, fails to disclose any meaningful course of action. The court held that the suit instituted by the former governorship aspirant constituted a gross abuse of court process and that the plaintiff did not exhaust internal mechanism before rushing to court. Justice Eko upheld the arguments of Olusegun Jolawo SAN that membership of the APC's caretaker extraordinary and convention planning committee by Governor Oyetola, in which the suit is predicated, is an ad hoc body and not the real APC's office recognized by the party's constitution.
The court dismissed the action and said there was no need to go into the merits because, first and foremost, the subject matter is an internal affair of the party. Secondly, there was no course of action because what was being challenged was an alleged breach of the party constitution and not a breach of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria or the Electoral Act. So there was no real course of action in the first instance.
With this verdict, there is no legal encumbrance on Governor Gboyega Oyetola's participation in the forthcoming governorship election this Saturday. In Abuja, Dele Atumbi, NTA News.
Away from the courtroom, but still on Osun governorship election, the People's Democratic Party has urged Osun electorate across the 30 local government areas to come out en masse and vote for the governorship candidate of the party, Senator Ademola Adeleke. Wasiu Rauf reports.
The crowd of supporters and loyalists of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) were full of excitement to welcome the party leaders across the country, including the party's presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar, to Osogbo Mega Rally, where the PDP flag was presented to the governorship candidate Senator Jackson Adeleke and his deputy, the PDP National Chairman Senator Yosha Ayu, expressed confidence that the huge crowd will definitely translate to overwhelming victory for the party on Saturday, July 16.
The governor of Osun State is a PDP state. I have come to appeal to you to make sure that on Saturday you vote and you protect votes. Just bring our governor, Governor Adeleke.
PDP governorship candidate Senator Ademola Adeleke urged his teaming supporters not to be deterred in the face of any hostility but remain calm, as he vowed not to disappoint them if elected next governor.
You vote for me, you vote for parents. When you vote for me, you vote for us, our personnel, who has been suffering, who have been dying. No more.
The mega rally rounded off the party's statewide campaign in Osogbo. Wasiu Rauf, NTA News.
And with less than 48 hours to Osun State governorship election, the Independent National Electoral Commission has commenced distribution of sensitive and non-sensitive materials for the election to 30 local government areas in the state. Bolaji Akim reports.
Activities of the electoral body INEC is at its peak ahead of Osun governorship election. Amid tight security, both sensitive and non-sensitive materials needed for the election, which include biomodal voter accreditation system, beavers machines, ballot boxes, and papers, as well as other materials, are already being distributed to the 30 local government areas in the state. Party agents watch keenly the exercise being supervised by the Osun State Resident Electoral Commissioner.
Materials are customized according to the local government, and then even according to the polling units. At the local government, your party agents will be there to also witness the arrival and also confirm the quantity of materials that are being transported there. Please, we need your cooperation for that.
INEC boss Professor Abdugani Raji signed the EC8B form for the election.
Any results when you are covering it that doesn't contain this signature is not the valid one.
The Osun State governorship election will hold on Saturday 16th of July. In Osogbo, Bolaji Akim, NTA News.
And away from Osun State now, President Muhammadu Buhari is calling on the international community to close safe haven for illicit financial flow and enhancing global anti-corruption strategies to curb the scourge. This was while declaring the 6th African Union Day of Anti-Corruption, organized by the Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption and Anti-Graft Agencies in Nigeria. Joseph Osun reports.
We must feel rooted that crime does not pay by depriving them of the proceeds of their crime. The judiciary requires more impetus. Perhaps an international anti-corruption criminal court is needed.
President Muhammadu Buhari virtually addressing participants at the 6th African Union Day of Anti-Corruption with the theme, Strategies and Mechanisms for the Transparent Management of COVID-19 Funds.
This will ensure.
The President emphasizes the need for inculcating ethical and professional values in all ramifications while expressing Nigeria's desire for robust international collaboration in curbing corruption. The global community is still grappling with devastation of COVID-19 on health and socio-economic lives, but more painful is the fact that funds and materials mobilized to cushion the impact are still subject of corruption.
But we found discrepancies and infractions in procurements and payments made by some end users and beneficiaries of COVID-19 fund support.
As families struggle to manage the economic fallout of COVID-19 on their household income, they continue to pay close to 1 monthly income in the form of small-scale bribes.
What passed through the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, we have the records, and the records are very clear. And we have presented that before several anti-corruption agencies, and we had a clean bill.
The convention recognizes that corruption is not a public sector phenomenon alone, but also a private sector disease.
The annual commemoration of Africa Anti-Corruption Day is to drive commitment to fighting corruption adopted in 2003 by the African Union. In Abuja, Joseph Osun, NTA News.
Turning our attention to education, the federal government has promised to intervene in addressing ecological challenges facing the Federal University, Wukari, in Taraba State. Secretary to the government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, gave this assurance when he granted audience to a delegation of the university's governing council in Abuja. The SGF said the Ecological Projects Office is already inundated with numerous requests from federal government institutions located in areas confronted with gully erosion and environmental pollution, and will respond with more projects as soon as budgetary provisions and approvals are given.
It's possible to meet these challenges. Some go into hundreds of millions, some go into billions. We We know that the educational institutions and other federal government organizations in this country will not be able to have those resources budgeted for in their annual budgets. So we're looking at all the issues and at the appropriate moment when we have come to certain conclusions and decisions, we would be in a position to respond.
We still have a portion of our land that is being threatened by erosion, and that we should come to our aid. And we're glad that he has said he is looking into the matter, and we wish him well.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, has reacted to a misinformation by ASU President Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, calling on President Buhari to sign the collective bargaining agreement, CBA, reached with the federal government and other unions on the renegotiation of their condition of service, salaries, allowances, and wages. What is in existence is a proposal, but where CBA exists between unions and the federal government, it is not the president that signs, but MDAs led by the direct employers with the conciliating ministry witnessing. A statement by Labour Minister through the head of press and public relations of the ministry, Olajide Osun, stated that instead of ASU to allow the newly set up Professor Nimi Briggs Renegotiation Committee to do its work, ASU accused them of non-cooperation but started fixing their salaries and allowances to the exclusion of the statutory government ministries and agencies that manage the entire annual finances of government, budget and fiscal policies, and the office of the head of the civil service that is in charge of ensuring that public service rules and regulations are not undermined. In the meantime, the Presidential Committee on Salaries and Wages has finished the review of the Professor Nimi Briggs proposal and will submit same to the President. Another news, participants at the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPS, are calling for pragmatic efforts towards meeting critical demands that will stimulate positive change and put the country on a path of sustainable development. Saadatu Mohammed reports that this came to the fore in a lecture delivered by Alumni Association of National Institute hinged on democracy and good governance.
Call as strategic policy drivers, brainstorming on ways of adding values to governance and initiate deliberate ways of improving the economy through knowledge and experience. Key players are suggesting that corruption, impunity and other debilitating factors interfering with good governance are curbed and new approaches are brought to the front burner.
The new National Development Plan unveiled by President Buhari for 2021 to 2021 should be the rallying point for these parties. Then we must put an end to vote buying. Vote must count.
Many members are supposed to be apostles of change. Even though they come here, they spend 10 months, it should not be the end of what they need to do. And that's why I said they need to evangelize on making Nigeria a better place.
More than 2 decades of democracy and how it has impacted on national life is putting issues on the table for discourse with the hope that recommendations are implemented to change the narratives.
It's important to start with our thoughts, to start with our homes, to start with our places of work. Because a lot of what we do, all the papers we churn out are theory. But we need to put those theories into practice.
We partner up between ourselves to promote good governance and to promote national development.
We participants have mainly been inspired.
Stakeholders at this lecture say for Nigeria to achieve its full potentials, there must be attitudinal change by Nigerians. In Jos, Saadatu Muhammad Kafa, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the renewal of the appointment of the Administrator and Chief Executive Officer of the Public Service Institute of Nigeria, Abdul Ganiyu Obatoyinbo, for a second and final tenure. And a statement by the Office of the Civil Service of the Federation says the renewal is informed by the demonstration of commitment and dedication to duty exhibited by the administrator during his first tenure, and most importantly, to enable him to consolidate on his earlier achievements as well as strengthen his resolve to reposition the institute in the delivery of its mandate. Now, talking entertainment. Nigerian films and entertainment contents are set to be viewed by additional 200 million subscribers across the globe once the partnership between the federal government and world-renowned subscription-based streaming company Amazon Prime Video fully materializes. Minister of Information Culture Lai Mohammed stated this in Lagos at a meeting with delegates from the company. Michael Olaleye brings us details.
It is the battle of the biggest subscription streaming platform between Amazon Prime Video and Netflix, because there is a sense of incompleteness in airtime when Nigerian contents are missing. The need to bridge this gap necessitated this meeting between the federal government delegates led by the Minister of Information and Culture Lai Mohammed and the team from Amazon Prime Video. The minister believes the success of Nollywood is making Nigerian videos a force to be reckoned with on the global stage, but attracting long-term investment requires this kind of collaboration. Under the partnership, the streaming company will not only acquire and promote Nigerian contents, but equally offer technical assistance.
When our contents are acquired and they are shown globally, then our artists are enriched. When our artists are enriched, they are encouraged to produce more films. They will create more jobs, there will be more revenue for government.
The minister believes 10% of the people's stories have not been told, and this platform will offer the much-needed technological support.
We do not want a situation whereby Amazon will just come here, take our content, produce, and go with no. We want Amazon to also contribute to the growth of industry in terms of capacity building and in terms of transferring technology to our people.
How can we continue to mutually support the growth and maturation of the ecosystem here in terms of capacity building, in terms of supporting career growth and career opportunities for emerging and established filmmakers, and whether we're talking in front of the camera or behind the camera talent.
As a starting point to a long-lasting and rewarding relationship, the US-based streaming company will launch its services in Nigeria by August. In Lagos, Michael Olaleye, NT News.
Meanwhile, the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, has expressed deep concern with what it calls the misuse of airwaves by some broadcast stations that propagate indecent materials. A statement by the Director General of the Commission, Balarabe Shehu Ilela, reminds broadcasters to be guided by the Broadcast Code, especially those with regard to hate speech, inflammatory, derogatory, divisive remarks, or allusions. Let's pause here in Abuja and let Hingino give us a feel of the latest in Lagos. Hingino, it's up to you.
Thank you, Iyari. A special offences court sitting in Ikeja, Lagos, has sentenced popular Nollywood star Olarinwaju Omiyinka, also known as Baba Ijesha, to 16 years imprisonment. This followed his conviction by Justice Oluwatoyin Taiwo on 4 out of 6 counts charge of sexual assault of a child filed against him. Adeni Taiwo reports that his prison term is to run concurrently for 5 years.
The judgment is the climax of a legal battle that attracted a lot of social media buzz and lasted a little more than a year. After the arraignment of the convict by the Lagos State government on June 22, 2021 on a 6-count charge bordering on child defilement, a 14-year-old minor and foster child of a fellow comic act, Damilola Adekoya, also known as Princess, was allegedly defiled by the Nollywood star in 2014 in contravention of criminal laws of Lagos State. In a judgment that lasted 2 hours, Justice Oluwatoyin Taiwo acquitted the accused of the first count of sexual assault by penetration, noting that the burden of proof on the prosecution to convince the court that the accused actually assaulted the victim with his car key was not fully discharged, either through oral submissions of witnesses or other corroborative evidence supplied by its medical experts. She, however, found the accused guilty on counts 2, 3, 4, and 5, bordering on indecent treatment of a child and sexual assault. In convicting the accused, she took judicial notice of video recording of the Nollywood star molesting the victim on April 29, 2021, and also his confessional statement.
So we are going to the drawing board, and whatever the position will be made.
It just comes back to vindicate us that even when the society is trying to suppress you, intimidating you because somebody is a celebrity, we stood our ground.
Fair trial, fair hearing is part of human rights.
It is a sad day in court for Nollywood star Olarewaju Omiyinka, popularly known as Baba Jesha, as he managed to wriggle out of just 2 out of the 6-count charge preferred against him. That earned him a total of 16 years imprisonment that will run for 5 years concurrently. The cause of justice, many say, have been served, as the judgment, according to many, is good for the psyche of the society. From the premises of Special Offence Court here in Ikeja, Adeniyi Taiwo, NTA News.
Henceforth, only online application will be accepted for processing of international passport at immigration offices across the country. Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, who stated this during an unscheduled visit to the Alausa Passport Office of the Nigerian Immigration Service in Lagos, said the decision is in furtherance of the passport reforms embarked upon by the federal government.
This is the situation at the Nigeria Immigration Service Passport Office, Alausa, where a milling crowd of applicants was trying to process their passports before the Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, came calling unannounced. His first engagement on arrival was to fill their pulse and apologize for the delay caused by the 2-day public holiday, which had resulted in a backlog of applicants scheduled for appointments.
So I expected that they will send an email and say, okay, because it's holiday, let's push your interview.
In the form of the manager of our online application system, and those that are supposed to inform you through SMS and email, going forward henceforth, appointments will not be given on every public holiday.
Then came the more important business of explaining how the new passport reform can help in achieving seamless issuance process.
I want to apply today to show the attraction of the temptation of patronizing touts in uniform. Outside uniform, we don't need them. This reform is to eliminate human-to-human contacts in passport application process.
While noting that the Immigration Service owes every applicant a duty of courtesy, the minister warned officials against unnecessary manipulation of the process to exploit applicants. This is the minister's second visit in about 3 weeks, with more likely to follow in coming days. In Lagos, Adeniyi Taiwo, NTA News.
That's our contribution from here. Do not forget to follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/live and on our other social media handles displayed on your screen for updates. Time for another break. The news will be back shortly.
Times 10. Get a Glow SIM today and enjoy 1,000 Naira sign-on bonus for voice and data. All new and existing Glow subscribers also get 10 times the value of their every recharge, plus up to double their data recharge as bonus. All Glow subscribers also get up to free 20,000 Naira bonus for voice and data.
Tomorrow.
Now waiting happen, you know chop. I need to feel well at all. I just think malaria dey worry me. Yeah, and I don't tell Taylor me he meet me for here. You supposed to go hospital make you go do test now. I waste of time, Jerry. I'm afraid. I beg no vex, so I don't waste your time. You go stand up make I take your measurement.
Measurements? If you just look the person, you go sew the cloth where you go fit am well.
Now who they do that kind of one?
Now people wey don't conclude say they get malaria where they never do test.
I don't hear. Sense, mama. I receive sense, so I go do am correct now. Matelo, quick come measure me. Make I quick go do my malaria test.
If an a sign of plenty different diseases them, plus including malaria, when you quick do test and a malaria, they go give you correct medicine. Stop the waste your money on top waiting no dey worry you and make you finish all the medicine where they give you pata. Now Federal Ministry of Health and American people them bring on this message.
All I do is win. I wake up, I win. I close my eyes and I win. We got a message, girlfriend. Keep up on me, come on, keep running till the world stops spinning. Independent women, come on, now let's get it. I'ma keep running till the world stops.
Wow, you look great. Did you just bring this out?
Darling sister, great that takes a long fresh no matter what.
Times 10. Get a glow sim today and enjoy 1,000 Naira sign-on bonus for voice and data. All new and existing Glow subscribers also get 10 times the value of their every recharge, plus up to double their data recharge as bonus. All Glow subscribers also get up to free 20,000 Naira bonus for voice and data.
Every morning is an opportunity to take your hustle to the next level. Every morning is one day closer to your ambition. So, make every morning count. Morning after morning. Start strong. Finish strong. Nescafe.
Are you aware that your perfect family may be under threat by germs? Germs can cause infectious disease. These infectious diseases are amongst the biggest killers of adults and children. Illness-causing germs are everywhere. In unclean bathing water, on your clothes, dirty surfaces, on cuts and wounds. To protect your family from germs, use the power of Dettol's 1 capsule. In your bathing water, or your laundry, for surface cleaning, for first aid, and to protect your family from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Use Dettol Shore.
Welcome back. A pan-African position articulated and promoted by leaders of the continent on the global net zero emissions target by 2050 to 2060 will further advance the quest for a just energy transition. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo stated this today at a meeting with diplomats from the G7 countries comprising the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Canada, France, Japan, and also the Republic of Egypt. State House correspondent Jide Onifade reports.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo spoke after a presentation of Nigeria's energy transition plan, and brief comments by the diplomats and country representatives says the plan is geared towards the actualization of a Pan-African initiative.
The very idea of a broad-based coalition
that involves our partners, countries such as yourself, C for All, the United Nations, and of course the development partners as well. I think that way we are holding ourselves accountable, because the whole point of a broad-based coalition is to ensure that it's not just driven by government or government agencies, but everyone's involved. And even in the drawing up of our plan, we were very deliberate about ensuring that this came from consultation on a broad-based basis.
As he says, developing a common African narrative is absolutely important because it sets the stage in providing a clear vision and a clear objective to have a Pan-African initiative.
I think that those nuances just have been taken into account so that we're not ignoring the important issues that are springing up in the country, so that countries do not feel the need to chart a path of their own in a way that jeopardizes the African narrative. I think it's important, the African plan. I think it's important that we factor all those nuances in and make sure that we are sort of working in tandem with each other. But
he said the federal government has adopted international approaches, including the setting up of an energy transition office, among others, to coordinate the processes. In our separate remarks, the representatives all commended Nigerians' leadership towards the actualization of an African initiative for energy transition. In the State House, Vide Unifade, NT News.
I've got a businessman here. Benny, what's the latest?
Thank you, Yeri. There's much more. The federal government is working with its agencies, the academia, and the business community to articulate strategies and actionable steps towards ensuring the development of employable skills for job creation. Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, Mariam Katagum, was speaking at the second National Skills Summit in Abuja.
Ensure the development of employable skills to enhance job creation in order to conquer mediocrity and tackle the challenges of poverty and unemployment that is bedeviling our dear nation.
In what ways can we encourage our youths to embrace apprenticeship for employability and entrepreneurship?
One thing to have skill is one thing to be able to run it successfully as a business, and that's where we will come in as an agency.
And still on MSMEs, the small businesses in Nigeria can now have greater access to global markets as visibility of Nigerian products is on the increase. Comfort Amodu reports that the synergy between the SMEDEN and the NEPC is expected to create more trade hubs for MSMEs to enable them have competitive advantage in African markets.
And from the report, we realized that most Nigerian products are required in Gambia. We intend to get at it and go with not less than 50 exporters. Not less than 50 exporters with different products, but mostly MSMEs to Gambia.
I would believe Nigeria should be taking the lead when it comes to MSME products within this within the West African market and the African market.
And day 2 after Salah holidays, the oil share index depreciated further by 0.10% to close at 51,339.01 basis points. 115.4 million shares valued at 1.2 billion naira exchanged hands in 3,731 deals. Market capitalization depreciated to 27.6 trillion naira. Transnational Corporation, International Breweries and FBNH led in volume and value. That is business news. Our network news continues after this break.
Wake up the champion in your child. Give them energy to go further. Milo Active Go and the natural goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa helps wake up the champion in your child. Milo!
Our new toothpaste, Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection.
Why are we changing our toothpaste?
Because with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, I can and be sure your teeth are cavity-free.
When you brush daily with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, its expert formula locks natural calcium in our teeth and helps protect them from cavity. Colgate is the world's most chosen toothpaste.
Colgate locks calcium in
Colgate is now available in 300 Naira and 500 Naira packs.
Shey you dey find ogbonge entertainment? No look far o. Na GoTV dey. Enjoy better film, correct season film sef boku plus telenovelas from all over the world, football, educational and fun channels for your children. Naija shows them like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. No darling at all o. Go carry your GoTV decoder, Go Tenor plus 1 month max subscription for just 6,900 Naira. Beware stories live. GoTV. Love it.
Lalo. Let's have a bit of sports now.
Are the 9th champions in this competition.
The 12th edition of the African
Stade Mohammed V hosted the encounter between Nigeria's Falcons and Cameroon's indomitable Lionesses. Spectators who converged on the stadium were all expectant of the best, with the semi-final spot up for grabs and automatic qualification to the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. After a not too impressive start, the 9-time African champions turned up in the 57th minute with a well-timed cross from Ifeoma Onumonu to Rashidat Ajibade.
What a run from Okobi here. Onumonu. Ajibade! Nigeria have opened the scoring. It was coming.
1-0 it ended, and Nigeria thus reasserts its dominance over Cameroon with 11 wins in 13 matches and keep their quest for an unprecedented 10th Women's African title alive. Next is Morocco on Monday, 18th July in the semi-final. In Abuja, Ayodeji Makinde, NTA News.
Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated Nigeria's female football team, the Super Falcons, for qualifying for the Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand in 2023 after their emphatic quarter-final victory at the ongoing Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. The president lauds the spirited performance of the team in the tournament and for maintaining its dominant posture as undisputed champions of the round-leader game and most successful international women's football team in the continent. The death has occurred of Da Chung Jugo of Haipang, Barking Ladi Local Government Council, Plateau State. The deceased was a pioneer staff and head of film processing unit of Benue Plateau Television, now NTA JAS. She was also the first deputy commandant of the Nigeria Civil Defense Corps, Plateau State Command, and until her demise on Tuesday, 28th June 2022, the Buram community leader was special advisor emeritus to APC in the state. She survived by 6 children, 16 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren, nephews, nieces, and many relations. The family said her burial arrangement is slated for Friday, 22nd July 2022, and the 15th of July, and not the 15th of July as earlier announced. Interment will be at her residence at Rayfield, Jos. And that concludes NTA Network News tonight. Many thanks for watching. Please join the fight against rape. I'm Ian Ray John. Good night.
Issues in the sports sector remain one of the most debated among Nigerians due to the passion, followership, government involvement, impact on Nigeria's external image and our national life in the sports parliament. The NTA offers Nigerians deep views on issues with experts in the sports sector, offering in-depth analysis, hindsight, insight and foresight towards elevating Nigerian sports to the zenith on the floor of the sports parliament. Sports Parliament, a unique platform for sports discussions, showing live on the NTA. Keep a date with the parliamentarians. Good eyes have it.
This is the network service of the NDA.
The Lona Executive Council, under the leadership of Pastor Dr. E.S. Awojide, JP, National Vice President, TACN and Lona Territorial Chairman, and the Apostolic Church Nigeria, Abuja FCT Area Lona Territory, under the leadership of Pastor J.O.A. Fadigbe, Abuja FCT Area Superintendent, Metro Areas Chairman and Convener, invites the general public to the 23rd FCT Annual Convention. Theme: No Man Can Serve Two Masters. Date: Friday 15th to Sunday 17th July 2022. Friday 4 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 9 a.m. respectively. Venue: the Apostolic Church Nigeria, Abuja FCT Area Headquarters, Plot 494, Durumi District, Garki, Abuja FCT. Come and be blessed. Overseer S.O. Adebite, Convention Committee Secretary, and Pastor L.O. Adeyemo, Convention Committee Chairman, announcers.
As the world advances, Glorious Vision University Ogwa, Edo State, is poised to deliver world-class education rooted in strong academic traditions. In the colleges of law, basic and applied sciences, humanities, management and social sciences, Glorious Vision University is building the next generation of leaders